Hi, my name is Arup Bhattacharjee. Today I'd like to talk to you about half a cent. Yes, it doesn't really matter if it's half a euro cent, half a US dollar cent, or half a pound cent. It makes no difference because it's peanuts, correct? So, what's going on? A while back, I was involved in a project in a multinational manufacturing company, and as usual, I like to take every project by going through the value stream. And going through the value stream, I like to identify ways on how to reduce cost and increase margin. One of the simplest tricks is to look at fasteners, screws, bolts, glue, and you ask them, hey, do we need to close this permanently? Or do we ever need to open it up at some point later on? Does it need to be permanent? Or could it be permanent, rather? Usually I get 10,001 reasons why we should not change anything. Okay, no problem. This gives me an impression of the mindset. That's the first thing. Then I have a look at the cost model and I ask, I was told every operator at that factory gets about 15 euros per hour, and I assume it takes maybe 3 seconds maximum per screw. So I said to them, okay, so it takes about less than 0.1 cent per screwing process. And again, they say it's peanuts. So they asked me, what exactly is your problem? Because the cheapest screw costs maybe half a cent. At most, it's 0.51 cent per screw. Correct? So what is your problem? They are usually very puzzled. So yes, everyone is puzzled, asking me why I'm wasting time with such low amounts of cost, because I'm here to help the company on the big picture, how to save the company. Okay, no worries, step by step. So next, I take a step back and I ask, why did I start here? Why am I pushing the wrong buttons? I'm not here to cause problems, I'm here to help. And I ask, let's say about the screw or the fastener, would we ever remove the screw? Is it there permanent? If it's there permanent, could we not fix it in a permanent way, making it more robust, more strong, adding rigidity to the whole design? Is that possible? Next, I ask, how many different types of fasteners or technologies do we use in this particular product, or maybe in the whole company? Then for each type of fastener or technology, I ask, what kind of specifications do you have? If it's a screw's length, diameter, material, or surface hardness, thickness, I don't really know, color, or other specifications, I don't really know. Because we need to try to find ways on how we can converge this diversity of requirements if we want to reduce cost. Then I go through a value stream again. Each time I go through a value stream, I ask people what happens with this huge diversity of fasteners in terms of quality, in terms of minimum order quantity, in terms of delivery times instead of stock, warehouse space, confusion in production, or even service. And most people don't realize it's only one line in the database, so the cost can't be that big. I mean, in the end, it's somebody else's problem, correct? So is a screw costing just half a cent? So by asking all these questions, people start to ask themselves these questions, or it's someone else's problem. No, it's our problem. We need to solve it. But the mindset is very important. That's my point. So I said, okay, one line of code in the ERP system, for example, takes maybe 10 cents. Okay, 10 cents to keep it in the system, to maintain, to update, whatever. And each 3-second process costs 0.0125 euros. A simple factory costs maybe €1 million to run every month. Then I ask them, okay, how much is that now? Because somebody somewhere has to pay for this. So if we add up all the price, 4 weeks, 40 hours, 60 minutes, 60 seconds times 3 seconds. What do we have? So we add 0.1 plus 5 euros 21 plus your half a cent for one simple screw. So ask yourself, it's not just a simple screw. It's not just 3 seconds. It's how much time it takes in the factory time, in the resources. So one simple screw actually costs 10 times more than what you initially thought. That is the point. That is a mindset issue. Now, ask yourself, what would you do? Well, let's take a step back and take another look. Now we have a huge factory, and amortizing all the things over screws, nuts, and bolts is going to really make a mess of the cost model. My 2 cents worth? First, try to increase the number of products you make. The higher the volume of products you amortize over a wider volume, your costs go down. Next, try to reduce the time you spend in production because your time in your production site is expensive. Try to do only core activities there, things that add value, final testing, final assembly, whatever else, try to do it offline. Focus on the quality. Next, reduce your overheads, reduce your operational overheads. Rent out parts of the production floor which you don't use. Invite suppliers to come in. Think about how to improve your just-in-time, your production flow. Think about how you can improve your flexibility for your diversity of products. So in any case, just by starting a simple example of a screw with many generalized assumptions, you start building the process of making a cost model, impacting the organization across the value stream. This is important because everybody plays a role in how to improve. So start with something simple, start with some quick wins, create the pull effect for people to see, that's interesting, I'd like to join, I'd like to participate, I have some ideas, what about this, what about that? Attract people for continuous improvement. Now ask yourself, ask your team, how will they perceive the cost model? Yes, let me know. How can I help you do something amazing? Thank you very much. God bless. Bye-bye.